We've demonstrated all 6 stitches above. Now let's look at the remaining areas. What still needs stitching? Divide it into 3 parts. Top is 1 part. The flowers and leaves here are 1 part. And this bird is 1 part. Let's start with the dove above. The dove's outline can be outlined with stem stitch. The tail can be stitched with straight stitch. And here too with straight stitch. To show the line patterns, these small dots can be French knots. Or straight stitch works too. The envelope's heart can be filled with satin stitch. The envelope edges can use back stitch. And straight stitch to outline. Let's demonstrate the dove first. Use color 12, 3 strands. Bring up at the dove's beak. Stitch a small stitch forward. Don't pull tight. Then bring up between the 2 lines. Take down about 1 stitch length forward. Bring up at first stitch's entry point. Make sure needle goes through the loop. Continue taking down forward. There's a curved arc here, so this stitch should be slightly shorter. This creates a rounded curve. This stitch is explained in detail in Project 01. You can watch and learn there. Follow these steps. To outline the remaining pattern, keep lengths consistent when stitching. This creates a neat pattern. Bring up here again. Take down, don't pull tight. Bring up in the middle. Take down. Use the same color. To stitch French knots here, wrap thread twice around needle. Point towards center and take down. Stitch the same on this side. This front dot is smaller. Stitch a short straight stitch to represent the eye. This tail line. Stitch with straight stitch in same color. Then use color 7, 3 strands for 4 straight lines. Take down. Then with same color thread, stitch the envelope border using back stitch. Show the dove holding the envelope. So first stitch goes outside dove's beak. Don't cross over the beak. Must stitch on the outside, creating a holding effect. Bring up below dove's beak. Also stitch back stitch. Then bring up at bottom line. Go back down. Follow these steps to complete the border edges. Go back down. Stitch 2 bottom lines with straight stitch. Same color thread. Take down. Stitch straight line here. The envelope is complete. Now look at center heart. Can be filled with satin stitch. Use color 8, 3 strands for stitching. Bring up in pattern center. Take down at bottom. Return to top, right next to first thread. Go back down at bottom. Follow these steps. To complete this pattern, take down. Let's look at the finished result. Now let's stitch this flower. Use color 1, 4 strands. Bring up at the top. This part will have French knots later, so leave it untouched for now. Take down at this top position. Don't pull tight. Hold down with your finger to prevent sliding. Bring up 1 stitch length forward, creating buttonhole. Continue taking down. Bring up. When stitching, adjust for the shape's curves. This creates petal curves. Always bring up on outer petal line. This creates flower shape. Follow these steps to complete pattern. Last stitch goes at first stitch point, creating continuous loop. Now stitch the center French knots. Before stitching, you can see the buttonhole wheel stitch flower has some gaps in petals. We can add straight stitches to make it look fuller. Use color 2, 4 strands for demonstration. Bring up here. Same as buttonhole wheel stitch. Take down at this position. Try not to touch center pattern. Save it for French knots. You can stitch 1, skip 1, or skip 2 or 3, stitch 1. Here I stitch 1, skip 2. After stitching, if it still looks sparse, you can add more stitches. After stitching, bring needle up at center. Hold thread in one hand, needle in other. Wrap thread twice around needle. Point towards center and take down. Because there's more space here, we can stitch more. To fill it, bring up, take down toward center. Take down. Let's look at the finished result. Now let's look at this small flower below. Can stitch with satin stitch and straight stitch. This side is the same. Let's demonstrate. Use color 1, 4 strands for demonstration. Bring up at pattern center. Take down at green and yellow border. Dividing pattern in half. First stitch left half. Take down at bottom. Now stitch the other side. Bring up next to previous stitch. Take down at bottom. After finishing, stitch the sepal below. Use color 10, 2 strands. Bring up here. Stitch a few straight lines upward. Don't make them too long. Stitch about 2/3 up the pattern. Return to center point. Stitch a small stitch first. Then return to center. Stitch a few lines as sepal. Let's look at the finished result. Now look at this side pattern. Same as right side pattern. Let's demonstrate. Use color 1, 4 strands. Bring up above petal. You can see this center area. We'll have French knots later. Don't stitch it now. Take down here. Dividing pattern in half. First complete left side, then stitch other side. Bring up next to previous stitch. Take down at bottom. Follow these steps to complete remaining pattern. Always bring up next to previous stitch. This leaves no gaps. After finishing this side, stitch the other side too. Stitch all remaining petals. Take down. We've finished the petals. Now stitch center French knots. Before stitching, stitch 1 straight line in each petal, making petal colors richer. Use color 2, 4 strands for demonstration. First stitch 1 line in each petal. Bring up here. Take down at same position. After finishing, if it still looks too sparse, you can add more stitches. Now stitch French knots. Use same color thread. Takedown. After stitching French knots, I noticed some spots here. Can have a few more. To make it look fuller. Let's look at the finished result. Now let's look at these 3 leaves below. You can see veins stitched on the leaves. This leaf doesn't have them. Let's start with textured leaf. Use color 10, 3 strands for fern stitch. Bring up at leaf tip. Take down at bottom cross point. Then bring up on left. Back to center cross point, take down. Same on this side. Bring up on right. Back to cross point, take down. Follow fern stitch method. To stitch remaining pattern. Always take down at center position. Last stitch comes up at bottom here. Return to top center stitch point. This fern stitch leaf is complete. Now look at these 2 leaves. Can use 2 stitch methods. Top one can use fishbone stitch. Bottom one can use satin stitch. Diagonal stitching. First demonstrate top leaf. Use color 10, 4 strands for demonstration. Also bring up from top of leaf. Stitch a small stitch forward. Bring up at top next to center. Take down slightly below center line. Return to bottom. Bring up next to center line. Also on center line. Take down offset slightly, creating crossed shape. Bring up next to previous line. Cross over center line at bottom. Take down offset slightly. Follow these steps. To complete remaining pattern. This stitch explained in detail in Project 01. You can watch and learn there. Take down. Let's look at the finished result. Now look at this leaf below. Use same thread. Bring up at top center of leaf. Stitch a small stitch forward. Bring up next to first stitch. After bringing up, drop thread vertically to center line. Place it on top. Then take down where it meets center line. Once more. Bring up next to previous stitch. Take down at vertical center line here. Follow these steps. To complete this leaf. Always bring up next to previous stitch. This creates nice texture. Take down. Can use another color for this side. Use color 9, 4 strands for top. Also bring up next to center line. Take down at center line. Bring up next to previous stitch. Back to center point, take down. Follow these steps. To complete top pattern. Let's look at the finished result.